Yo, okay, so I finally got a response back. Fair play, man. I generally didn't think I was gonna, see the day. With it being a week and a half, still haven't heard from this guy. I was starting to get very, very, very worried. I was, almost half an inch away from leaving the Little Britain shop because I was sick of waiting. I was just standing there waiting for a response back because I'd sent him 2 emails over a week ago and I wasn't hearing anything back, and I was generally getting worried because I don't really like mysteries and things that remain mysteries and never knowing the answers. But saying that, I still haven't got the answers because the email that he has just sent me has got no relation or no involvement to any of the 2 previous emails that I had sent him and what I had asked him. Quick little friendly tip here, LT. If you are going to project your ugliness and your disabledness and your buntiness onto me in the future, which is what you're doing on here, you might want to answer the questions that I had asked you before doing so. Bit of a friendly tip, because that way you don't look like a complete numpty. Just a bit of advice there for you. So yeah. So, quick disclaimer, yeah, before I get into this. Now, I sent this guy 2 emails. Didn't mention his race, didn't mention his looks, didn't mention his mum, didn't mention his dad, didn't mention his cousin, didn't mention his mum, didn't mention his brother, didn't mention his sister. I didn't mention any of that stuff. I didn't mention his child, which he don't have. I'll say it. If no one else is going to say it, I'll say it. I don't believe this guy's got children. Whether he does, whether he doesn't, I don't personally believe he does. He hasn't proved not even 10% of the stuff that he claims he's got, and it doesn't really matter. Kids was not mentioned. I simply asked him, why is it that every single time that I call Nonce Legs a virgin, you're straight to his rescue? He's got a girlfriend, man. He's got a girlfriend. And you start having like a panic attack. Meanwhile, when he's calling me a virgin, you don't bring up the video of me getting a blowjob, the 19-year-old who I had a friends with benefits with, when I was in bed with this one, when I was in bed naked with that one, when I had this one and that one admitted to sleeping with me. It just seemed a bit biased. Yeah, obviously LT's not the only one. A lot of people do it on here. Because me and Nonce Legs used to have this back and forth. Yo, obviously I don't waste my time on these jealous people anymore because I had a long think to myself, which I would explain in this video as well, a bit later. But we always used to call each other virgins, and every single time I'd call him a virgin, people would jump to his rescue saying, he's got a girlfriend, when they should really be wondering is not how somebody that's got a fat, ugly girlfriend can be a virgin, but how somebody like me, who's actually proved they've had sex, could be a virgin. But you never heard anything about that, did you? No, there was loads of different excuses and load of different agendas as to why. Now, I had asked this question previously before, but obviously I felt like I was going back and forth with these people because they didn't have the brain power to answer it, and they didn't answer it, and I was just going back and forth. So I thought, okay, now's my perfect opportunity to ask LT, because obviously he's being biased, and well, he's got a degree. Oh, sorry, let me rephrase that. He claims he's got a degree because this guy does not have any degree of any kind. I'm more intelligent than him, don't let him try and fool you into thinking he's got a degree. I don't class myself as intelligent, but I'm much more intelligent than he is. And yeah, so I just asked him, why are you being a biased cunt? I said to him as well, like, your boyfriend is calling me a virgin. Why are you not talking about the women that I've been with? Why are you not talking about the porno? Why are you not bringing up the 1,000,002 times that I have proven I've had sex? But yet you're talking about a fat, ugly girlfriend. Then he come up with these excuses saying, bro, you showed a blowjob. I mean, yeah, I showed a blowjob on video. A blowjob, 99 times out of 100 leads to sex. Yeah, bro, I did. A blowjob is more proof than showing a fat, ugly girlfriend a couple of times. So I thought, yeah, that's more than showing a fat, ugly girlfriend. Then there was an excuse of, oh, no, it don't count because you paid them. I was like, pay them? Well, I paid every single woman that I've been with. So I paid Sig, I paid a woman in Manchester, I paid a 19-year-old, I paid all of these people, and there's been many, many more people as well, but they're just the ones that come to mind. So I paid every single one of these women, and somehow that does not count. Well, I'm gonna pretend that you're right, and I'm going to agree with you. Yes, bro, I'm a millionaire, and I paid every single one of these women £1 million to sleep with me. And that's still more proof than showing a fat, ugly girlfriend. So you're very, very low IQ, and some of the things that you say don't even make sense. I was being sarcastic there. Obviously, I didn't pay these women, but I mean, bro, okay, I paid every single woman £1 million to get with me. Yeah, that's more than a fat, ugly girlfriend that you ain't even seen give a blowjob, and that's the whole biasness. They're fast enough to jump down my throat when I'm going for nonce legs and calling him a virgin, even though they've got no proof that he's done anything technically. And I was just thinking, yeah, like if a blowjob is no proof, then a girlfriend is no proof. It sounds immature, but this is the only way to prove that these people are biased. And what I found was very strange is that this guy claims he doesn't like cowards. He's had his own problems with nonce legs, and he would still continuously defend and stick up for him, which is very, very strange because he has actually had his own problems with him. He says that he doesn't like cowards. He says that I'm a coward, even though nonce legs is more of a coward than I could ever be. But then he's sticking up for him. And before you sit there and say you're not, because I already know what he's going to try and say back. Before you sit there and try and say, oh, you're not sticking up for him, you're only saying what's right. But you're not though, are you? Because I'm pretty sure this guy calls me a virgin every single day, and you never talk about the women that I've proven I've had sex with, and not just a fat, ugly girlfriend. And obviously, because he knows that I'm right, he's come trying to insult me and all of this shit. So, yeah, this guy does not have no degree of any kind. He really, really doesn't. So let's get on to the shit that you're writing, yeah? I have had enough of your bullshit. Of my bullshit. What bullshit? What have I done other than ask you why you're a biased cunt and why you keep defending your boyfriend? I've had enough of your biased bullshit. But you don't see me crying about it. You know, I had to wait over a week for your response, right? And he was like, stop emailing me, Munter. I will do what I want. Firstly, you don't tell me what to do, right? You email me about Jane. You email me about Mark. I've never told you to stop emailing me, so don't fucking try and tell me what I can and can't fucking do. That's one thing you're not going to do, right? Don't even try to tell me what to do, because that is just not happening, bro. That is just not happening, right? Munter. Yeah, okay, I'm a munter. Yeah. Well, I mean, we know I'm better looking than you. We know you got a big forehead. We know you got big bubbly eyes. We know that you beg old women on YouTube. So am I really the munter, bro? Or is it you? Let's think about it logically. Am I really the munter? Or is it LT, the one that has to beg women on the internet? I mean, think about it, yeah? You came on the scene about 2.5 weeks ago when I was going at Alton Rose because she was going at me. There is no coincidence that you've just appeared on that very video of all the ones that I've done and then you've chose to get involved. Bro, if you're this good-looking guy and I'm the munter, then why has a munter never had to beg old women on YouTube, bro? Like you. Answer. Everyone wants to know it because no one else is going to say it, so I'll say it. Go on. You are a pussy and you will continue to be a pussy forever, you sick loner. I'm a sick loner, bro. You're the guy that has to pretend that you got kids. You're the one that's got to pretend that you've got a family. You're the one that's got to beg women on the internet. Does anything you say to me not apply about yourself, bro? And this is the funny, this was a funny one as well. 28 years old and you still live under your granny's mother's armpits. Bear in mind, I haven't said anything about his family or anything. I will be doing now because he's talking about me, right? You have no children. Oh, fuck me. Is he really using that as an insult? This is a guy that claims he's got a degree, by the way. He's saying that you've got no children. Bro, that's a blessing in disguise if someone's got no children in this day and fucking age. I generally feel sorry for people that's got children in this day and age. Imagine a rap battle, yeah? Imagine two people rapping and one saying, you got no children. Did he even think before he wrote that, the fucking numpty? No relationship. Bro, you ain't got a relationship yourself. That's why you beg old women on... All the women that you beg on the internet, they ain't even nice. Yeah? That's the funny thing about it. You've been caught wanking in public and get tormented by everyone. Now, you know when you said I get tormented by everyone, let me just explain this to you, bro, yeah? You are very, very lucky that I'm responding to you today. You know, I'm done with all of these people, you know, nonce legs, all of these self-projectors and all of these people. I'm completely done with them. I was live yesterday. I ignored them all. Yeah, you are very, very lucky that you're getting a response. And do you know why I don't reply to these people the same as you? It's because I started to notice a pattern with people like Terry, Nonce Legs, Lord J, all of the rest of them that do this shit every day is that they're all ugly, they're all scruffy, none of them look good, none of them got anything but YouTube, they're on YouTube 24/7. That's why I don't care. Like, you can sit there and say that you bully people, that you torment people, but we see the real yous. We see what yous do's and what yous look like. And when a pattern starts going straight and, hold on, this one's ugly, that one's ugly, that one's a 4-foot midget, that one's missing teeth, it explains why you people do what you do every day. So stuff like that does not bother me. I've only replied to you because I've been waiting for ages for you to reply to me. And after this, I'm going to be off YouTube for 2 weeks. Me replying to you today is equivalent to about £10,000 because my time, you're very lucky I'm responding to you. Very lucky. Because I don't respond to self-projectors anymore. So consider yourself lucky. You have not got the balls to see anyone in person. Again, bro, I've met more people than you. I've travelled England more than you. I've been to more places than you. How does that even make any sense? How are you telling someone that's tried to meet more people than you that they're never going to meet anyone? And then you comes out with this bullshit, Tiger pounded your big nose into a soled mattress. I mean, A, bro, this was about 5 years ago. You're boring now. And B, that's not what happened. And I'm not explaining the story over and over again. You can keep thinking that happened because you've got your own little agenda. Just like how Nonce Legs can't be a virgin because he's got a fat, ugly girlfriend. But someone like me can. Someone that's produced a porno. You keep telling yourself that and living 4 or 5 years ago, bro, in the past, because no one cares. You bloody crippled, disabled male. The only one that's crippled and disabled is yourself, bro. Yeah? Your head is too big for your dad bod and your father and brother off themselves having up. Why don't you show everybody what you look like? Instead of saying and typing words about what other people look like. Because the thing is with you people, yeah, you've got a lot to say about people and the way that they look. But isn't it just so funny how the people that show themselves and the people that get caught out in the end all seem to be ugly? All the same people like you that's got a lot to say. Why do you think it doesn't bother us, bro? We know what you people are. We know what you people are like. Disclaimer. There's another disclaimer for you, right? And then you said, your dad bod and your father and brother off themselves. Bro, you're very touchy. I hit a nerve. I think it's because you know that I'm right. You know that I'm more intelligent than you. And you know what I'm saying is right about you defending your boyfriend. You know, you're very, very touchy about your boyfriend. Talking about dead relatives now and shit. All because I told you that you suck your boyfriend's dick every time I call him a virgin. Because it's the truth. I wasn't trying to be nasty or get a reaction. I'm telling the truth. You know, you bloody crippled, disabled mess. Your head. Okay, we've read that. So, for your dad bod and your father and brother off themselves. No, they didn't. Because having your Faik family in their DNA meant they are weak specimens of deplorable semen. Now, you can say what you want about my family and whatever. But guess what? My family's never needed backup like yours. My mum never needed backup back in the day. My dad never needed backup when the fucker was still alive. I've never ever needed backup. So guess what, bro? The Taylor family needs backup, but the Faik family just never did. They just never did, bro. The Taylor Swift family did, but the Faik family, that's one thing. We never, ever, 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 ever needed backup. I mean, fucking Lainey was more fucking harder than you back in the day. Would you think that? The Taylor family has always needed backup. Now, you can tell everybody all you want about how you've tried meeting people solo before, but you failed to tell everyone how many times you had 4 or 5 people standing outside that front fucking door because you could not fight your own battles. Yeah? You failed to mention these times. You like to mention the times where you turned up by yourself. You never failed to mention it, but you failed to mention the times that you needed backup with your Greek friend, with your cousin. That's what the Taylor family induces, backup. Something the Faik family never needed. Yeah? I shall take you serious when you have the guts to let me put those paws all over your bog eyes. Brother, again, the only one that's got... your eyes are like... you know them black fishes with the poppy eyes? That's what your eyes are like. You got a big forehead. You got a dirty fucking hairline. Don't even try to talk about someone that's better looking than you, bro. Yeah, and again, if you really are better, really good looking, and I'm ugly, why are you begging ass women online, bro? Why are you begging old hags? I've never known in my life. And another thing is, bro, yeah, since you want to talk about family members, you are not known in any hood. You're not known in Tottenham. You're not known anywhere in London. You're just a pretender. No one knows about you. All you've done is stumbled across the community with a bunch of weaklings, not myself included, and you've took advantage of that. You've used that to your advantage. You're not about that life. You'll never be about that life. Why do you think you're online in 2026 still doing the hard man act, bro? Why? Come on, tell us. It's the truth. What I'm saying is the truth. And you could never put your paws all over my bog eyes. You wouldn't even be able to put your hands on me, bro. You're talking, all you do is live 4 or 5 years in the past. That's all you do. You could never ever put your hands on a guy like me, bro. Keep dreaming. You're not worth it. You know, you're lucky that you even got my response. But I will not count on it, because Munter was born a top tier fanny. Again, you're calling me a Munter when I'm better looking. You know, the funny thing is, yeah, every single person on here that tries to call me a Munter, I'm better looking than. Do you not find that strange? Terry, Nonce Legs, all of the people that... Do you not find the pattern very straight and weird? All of these people that seem to do this are fucking stinking ugly. I found that weird. So, top tier, have fun spouting crap online as usual, you stinking bedroom hunchback disabled Munter. No one's spewing crap, you fucking bog-eyed gorilla looking cunt. We're just stating how you're biased. Yeah, just because you don't like the truth, don't start crying to me, bro. Don't start crying to me. Simple as that. And that's the last response you're getting off me. You're very, very lucky I got a response. You got a response, sorry. You biased bastard. See you later. Done.